I'm not even gonna do the intro today because, oh my god, nobody move. Nobody move. Everybody, please stay still. Quit moving around. Because the amount of times that the camera and the light and my microphone down there that I'm not using and this other light that's making orange color and these string lights have moved around and like messed up and everything since I've been trying to set up this freaking podcast episode. It's about to drive me absolutely wild. Literally about to lose my mind. I don't think I've ever filmed a podcast episode in a bad mood. And I wouldn't even say I'm in like a bad mood right now. But I'm definitely not in a good one. And I'm definitely like easily tempered right now because everything has gone wrong for the last like hour. So, happy HALLOWEEK, everybody. As you can see, I am uploading this episode a day late because I'm wearing my Halloween costume this year. Please tell me you can tell what I am, first of all. Please tell me I don't have to tell everyone what I am. I'm a bat. Can you tell? Can you even tell that I'm a bat? I'm so annoyed right now because, okay, I made these ears about an hour and a half ago. Not too bad. Made them, literally had a headband and made these out of cardboard, covered them in felt, did some drawing on them. Turned out pretty good, right? For completely homemade ears. Would you have guessed they're completely homemade? I think they look decent. Now these I got from Walmart because they were the only bat costume thing I could find anywhere. I went to Target, I went to 2 different Walmarts, I went to the dollar store, and I went to Spirit Halloween, and nowhere had any bat accessories except for Walmart, who had these kids' bat wings, which when they're on, don't even look like bat wings. They look like fairy wings. I really wanted to find like a poncho that had, I probably could have made something, but anyways, I'm gonna take the wings off because they're really uncomfortable to sit here in. And give me 1 second to put my ears back on. The ears are surprisingly comfortable. The ears are surprisingly comfortable. I definitely like them. I think I did a decent job on them. I don't know. I think I like them. And then I was also going to do fangs. Now, I have used scarecrow fangs in the past, and they don't look bad at all. I used them for like a random vampire costume I did in high school, canon event. And I had them for a long time, and I unfortunately threw them away not too long ago because I was like, oh, I'll never use those again. And then this past week, I think it was like 4 days ago-ish, that I decided I wanted to be a bat. And I thought about ordering scarecrow fangs because I really, really wanted to do fangs, but I had seen a TikTok a while ago of a guy talking about how much better it is and how much cheaper it is to just use like fake nails, like acrylic nails, and like polygrip, like denture glue. And tried that, and it didn't work. I probably for the last 30 to 45 minutes in that bathroom was trying to get, like, cutting different nails, different sizes, filing them down to look like fangs, and then trying to get them to stick to my teeth with denture glue, and it wouldn't work. And I think it's because denture glue is meant to stick to gums, so then I tried to cut it so that it would sit on my gums. That wouldn't work either. So I am just generally like pretty annoyed right now. I also really, really wanted to do some of the black, I can't remember what they're called. I want to say it's called like sclera, I don't know, something weird, where it's like the completely black eye contacts, not where it covers your entire eye, but where it just makes your iris completely black and a little bit bigger, because I saw people doing that and it was very cute. Couldn't find them anywhere around here. There's nowhere that has color contacts around here. They're not on Amazon either. Amazon does not have color contacts. I just recently found out. So, yeah, I'm missing fangs and contacts and wings, unless I probably will wear those on actual Halloween. I'm just feeling a little annoyed right now because I was very excited for this costume. I did not know what I was going to be. I actually had kind of settled on Puss in Boots, so far to the fact that I bought a corset and a cape and cat ears for it, and was going to buy some other stuff, and then never did because I wanted to do something that me and my boyfriend could do together, that we could have a costume together, and there was just not, I couldn't think of something that he could be that would match with that really well, and I would have had to spend a bunch of money on that. I will say, these wings and all of the materials and the headband for these ears only cost me $10. And then the nails and the denture glue cost me $15. So all in all, I am down $15. No, I'm down, wait, how much was the $15 for the nails and the dentures, which I didn't even freaking use, so I'm not even gonna count that. It's just money that went to waste. But the ears and the wings, $10. I'm down 10. If you want to include the fangs and the denture glue, $25 total for this costume. Because these clothes I already had, I'll show you really quick. I have this skirt on. I have a few black skirts. I wasn't sure exactly which one I wanted to wear, but I just threw this one on for the podcast. And then I have this like lacy, kind of wide-sleeved, creepy little overshirt, and then I have just black tank top on. I just threw something black together, and then I feel like this shirt is like so Halloween. I just had to wear it. I don't wear it out anywhere. I got it on Shein a long time ago. And literally I don't think I've ever worn it out anywhere. So here we are. I did a little bit of makeup. I tried to do some cute extra, what's it called, eyeliner. Didn't really do much, and it's very light because I was trying to do it and then I was like getting really frustrated. I actually did some kind of eyeliner thing and hated it and washed it all off, and I was already annoyed and in a bad mood from the fang thing. I think I need to add a little ribbon collar. I wonder if I have some black ribbon somewhere. Actually, let me dig in this box. I think I have some black yarn in here. Don't mind me just making some noise off camera real quick. Let's see if, I know I had some yarn, but I don't know if I kept it. Oh, I think I see it in the bottom of this bin. And I hope there's nothing sharp in here. Oh, I do. Okay. So we do have some black yarn. Some stuff stuck on it. And then I've got some scissors over here. Let's do a little crafting on camera, I guess. Also, let me just maybe address the elephant in the room, my microphone. Hello. If you follow me on TikTok, you saw me unbox this yesterday. This is the DJI Mic Mini. It came with this microphone and a second one that you can use simultaneously. So if you have two people at the same time, it'll pick up both audios. It connects to my iPad and my phone and anything that you can record from, a camera. It'll connect to them very, very easily. You just plug something into the iPad, phone, or camera. I've got the little adapter thingy. I don't know what it's called. It's the receiver, I guess, plugged into my iPad right now. And then it just automatically connects this. I don't have to do any settings or connecting or manual things at all. It just automatically connects. So very, very nice. I also would like to let you guys know, while I'm thinking about it, that next week's podcast episode was recorded a week ago. Just over a week and a half ago. I was going to upload it last week and then ended up not being able to. I was traveling, a lot was going on, didn't get it uploaded. I thought about uploading this week, but I knew I had wanted to dress up in my costume for this week's episode. So next week, some things might overlap. Like, I might talk about Harry Potter today because I finished Harry Potter yesterday. I finished the series yesterday. And I know when I recorded that episode, I talked about how I was watching Harry Potter. So some things might weirdly overlap like that, but I just want to go ahead and let you know. Next week's episode has been pre-recorded a week ago today, so 2 weeks before it gets uploaded. Okay, so I have this yarn, and I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe I need ribbon. This might just look like a piece of yarn tied around my neck. I also don't know where the end of it is. That's great. Maybe I'll try this off camera. Here, hold on. Give me a minute. Okay. I'm going to speak soft-spoken here so you can hear me. I don't know how well the microphone will pick up since it's not right by my mouth. I cut a long piece of yarn. I'm going to just see what happens here. I don't know. Should I like tie it around a few times? I just feel like a choker is needed here. I don't know. It just feels like it's needed. Oh my gosh, I'm literally about to actually hurt myself on accident. Trying not to get it caught up in my hair. Would it be cute if I like spread it out? Oh no, that is ugly. Okay, wait, it's starting to look okay. I think it just needs some thickness. Just needs some thickness. Okay. Actually, that makes it look a lot better. Now, if you can see that it's actually yarn, maybe not. I'm just gonna tie a little bow. Does that look stupid? I don't know how to know if this is connected or not. I really hope it's connected. Chat, be honest, does that look stupid? Should I turn it around? Okay, well, it serves the purpose it needs to serve right now. Maybe on Halloween I should get an actual choker, but actually I think that makes it look a lot better. I don't know. I need opinions. Need opinions in the comments, please. Let's see. I don't know what I'm talking about today. Let's talk about some Halloween things. I kind of want to talk about like the origin of Halloween. I'm going to look it up. Where did Halloween come from? Halloween originated from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, celebrated over 2,000 years ago to mark the end of harvest and the start of winter. The Celts believed the veil between the living and the dead was thinnest during Samhain, and spirits would roam the earth to ward off evil spirits. They wore costumes and lit bonfires. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a day to honor saints, and All Saints' Day incorporated some Samhain traditions. Okay, I knew that November 1st was All Saints' Day, and that had something that had something to do with the origin of Halloween, but I wasn't quite sure exactly like how it originated. I also know there's like a battle between Christians of whether or not you should or shouldn't celebrate Halloween, And I don't quite know where I lie with that. I will say that I enjoy Halloween, but that doesn't mean that it's right. Obviously, people enjoy things all the time. It never means that it's right. I don't know. I don't know what my opinion is. I've heard multiple opinions from different people. Some saying, yeah, Halloween, it's, no day on earth belongs to the devil. You don't need to worry about that. Just have fun as long as you are doing it, worshiping the Lord and things like that. I want to bring these other lights into the frame too. Oh, Butters is laying right here. Hi, kitty. It's just hard to get all of my little decorations in the frame. There's my kitty. Let's get her up there. Of course, we've got to get the Halloween decorations in the frame for this one, guys. Got these little cups. Get those in there. Come on, guys, join the party. And then on the top of my shelf, I have two things that won't fit inside of the shelves. I have cute little ghost mugs, and I have a house that lights up. It's like a haunted house that lights up. You can't see it, though. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I really want these lights to be in the frame, though. Can you guys get over here, please? Guys, come on. Will that stay? I don't know if that's gonna stay. Does that look silly? You can tell that I'm like dragging them into the frame. It's fine. It's fine. It's Halloween. It's not supposed to be perfect. This is getting on my nerves. It has no give because it's yarn. Maybe I should have done it a little looser. But yeah, there's like ongoing battles between, I don't want to say battles, but debates between Christians on whether or not you should celebrate it as a Christian. And I just don't quite know where I stand. I guess I don't know quite enough to have like a strong opinion. Let's see. Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a day to honor All Saints. Okay, so what does Halloween have to do with All Saints Day? Halloween and All Saints Day. Halloween is a secular holiday. Wait, what does secular mean? Secular definition. Denoting attitudes, activities, or other things that... Oh, it's still picking up my voice. Okay. Hold on, Jane. Denoting attitudes, activities, or other things that have no religious or spiritual basis. Attitudes, activities, or other things that have no religious or spiritual basis. Not subject to or bound by religious rule. Not belonging to or living in a monastic or other order. Secular holiday. So what is a secular holiday? Sorry, y'all, I might be dumb. What is a secular holiday? It is not religious in nature. Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking, but I wasn't quite sure if I was thinking of it correctly. It's a secular holiday celebrated on October 31st, which evolved from the Christian vigil All Hallows Eve, the evening before All Saints' Day on November 1st. The two are connected because All Saints' Day or All Hallows' Day is a Christian observance honoring saints. And Halloween is the modern name for the eve of that feast day. The tradition of All Hallows Eve has origins in both the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain and the Catholic Church's observance, blending pagan and Christian elements over time. Halloween is a contraction of All Hallows Eve. Halloween is a secular holiday with customs like wearing costumes, trick-or-treating, and carving jack-o'-lanterns. I still haven't carved my pumpkin, by the way. Pumpkin! 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 So, it's just an evolution of Hallows Eve, which was directly related to
All Saints Day, November 1st, but it's just changed now to not be related to that. I don't know. I can understand how people would think, like, that it's not something that should be celebrated in the way that it is as a Christian, because it's like, was this changed to, I need to stop spreading that out, that looks bad. Was this changed to take away the importance of All Saints Day? Did this evolve to take away importance and attention from All Saints Day? Or is it just a silly little goofy little thing that we do and then we can also celebrate All Saints Day? I can kind of see both perspectives. Personally, I think that you need to be careful in the things that you get involved in on Halloween and every day, but I just guess they're more prevalent on Halloween because some people are evil and have evil tendencies and scary tendencies and take things a little too far on days like Halloween. But as long as I feel, I don't know, I need to do research before I like actually state my opinion, but as of right now, as somebody that's not super educated on it and just forming my own personal thoughts on it, I feel like, yes, as long as you're aware of the dangers of people doing things that are not okay and you don't associate with that and you do things in good fun and you do things like, I feel like, I don't know, I get so like back and forth. I feel like dressing up as like a demon is like too far. Like, okay, that creeps me out a little bit. That makes me feel a little weird and I don't really want to be around that. And like dressing up as like the devil is a little bit like, oh, like I don't, it makes me feel a little weird and like I would feel wrong doing that. So I don't know. I wish I had fangs. I'm so mad. I literally sat in there for forever trying to use that dang denture glue to put those acrylic nails on my teeth. I think I'm gonna have to try something else because I don't want to not have fangs on Halloween. I really wanted to have fangs for the podcast though. Do I look like a bat? Chat, do I look like my costume or do I just look like I have goofy ears on my head? I am pretty impressed by the ears. I'm proud of myself for these. I'll give you a little close-up look. Look at that. They turned out pretty good. Very simple. It really wasn't hard, and I kind of just did it. Like, I saw a couple pictures of people's costumes with them, but when I was making them, I didn't base it off a picture. I just kind of like did what I felt like would look good. Anyway, yeah, I thought about being Puss in Boots. I think I might do that next year. I also just don't have like plans for Halloween right now. I am currently just planning on handing out candy to kids in the neighborhood with my boyfriend. It's weird not living in a college town anymore, I will say, and not being in college anymore for this. I actually only had one Halloween in Tuscaloosa, and it was this last one. Oh, I'm yawning so much all of a sudden. I swear it's when I just sit down in front of a camera with a microphone, I always get a ton of yawns, but otherwise I'm fine. What was I saying? Tuscaloosa. I only had one Halloween there, and it was a lot of fun. It was last year. I didn't have a costume until like 2 days before, and I went to Spirit and got a cow onesie and was just a cow, and my boyfriend was a cowboy for Halloween. So, and we went out to the bars that everyone goes to, just hung out there for the night. And a lot of people, I can't remember what day of the week Halloween was on last year. I want to say it was like Thursday or something. Maybe it was a Saturday last year. Actually, it was either Thursday or Saturday because it's Friday this year. Unless this year was a leap year. Was this year a leap year? No, I don't think it was. think it's the light shining in my eyes that makes me yawn like this. I don't know if it's like placebo, because I'm used to doing ASMR when I have this set up and it makes me sleepy. I don't know. But yeah, that was fun in Tuscaloosa. And then the years before that, I was in Boston every year for Halloween because my ex lived in Boston. And I, unfortunately, was the only one that ever went to visit him. He never really came to visit me. So I would go to Boston every year for Halloween for 3 years straight. First year, I was Cleopatra. That was a fun costume. Just a bunch of white drapey clothes and gold jewelry and cool eye makeup and stuff. And then 2 years ago, I was about to yell again. I'm not gonna let it out. 2 years ago, I was the girl from Into the Spider-Verse, the cartoon animated Spider-Man movie. I really like that series. Gwen. I was Gwen from that series, so I had the white suit. And then 2 years ago, I was Rick from Rick and Morty, and that was so much fun. Really loved being Rick. I actually, so I wanted to have blue hair for it, obviously. Or it was like the bluish green hair that he has. And so I bought this, like, temporary hair dye spray. It was like you spray it in your hair, lasts for the night, you shampoo it out, and it's gone. And I had blonde hair, obviously. So I think I had ordered the first one from Amazon. I ordered this spray, and it came in, and every year I usually will put on my costume at some point before Halloween, like do the whole thing, makeup, hair, everything, try it all on before Halloween just to make sure I know what I'm doing. And I'm kind of doing that right now, actually. For one reason or another, I would always do it. And I used that hairspray. I used it just to do like a couple little strands in the front to test it. And it came out pretty well. It did make my hair like stiff and like kind of gross feeling because it was just a bunch of like color and spray in my hair. It was like kind of like hairspray, but like even more like stiff and kind of sticky because it was this colored stuff. And it turned out good, so I was like, okay, perfect. But then I realized I was flying to Boston, and this was like you can't take like hairspray and stuff on planes because it's that pressurized can. And so I was like, well, shoot, I'm only taking a carry-on and a personal item bag. Like, I can't take that with me. I'm gonna have to order one to get up there. Okay, I think the first one, now I'm remembering, the first one I bought from Spirit Halloween, and it was good. The second one I ordered from Amazon because I had to get it shipped up there to where my ex-boyfriend lived, and so that it would be there for me when I got there, because it's in Boston, and I don't know if Spirit Halloween sets up anywhere in Boston. There's not really any like warehouses, like Walmarts in Boston. So no empty Party Cities or Toys R Us or like malls in Boston. And so I was like, I doubt there's a Spirit Halloween up there. Ordered one from Amazon. It was there when I got up there a couple days before Halloween. And we went out 2 different nights. And the first night, I sprayed my entire head with this spray. I'm talking roots to ends, front to back, everything. I completely covered with this blue spray that I had never used before. And it looked questionable. It made my hair so stiff that I couldn't brush through it. And it was like my hair stiffed up in these like chunks. So it would be like this part was stiff, and this part was stiff, and this part was stiff. And so there were like different chunks of my hair all separated across my head with this blue sticky like hairspray that made my hair feel like literal like hay. And my entire head was covered in it. And of course, when I was spraying it, some of it got on my forehead. It was all over my hands because I was trying to like spread it out through my hair everywhere. And I cannot believe I went out like that, but I didn't really have a choice because I think I did my makeup and everything before that. So I couldn't just jump in the shower, shower it out, dry it, and get ready again. I was kind of screwed. And so I went out like that. And I think about it every now and then and get a little bit of secondhand embarrassment. Is that secondhand embarrassment if you're remembering it? Or is that just embarrassment? It might just be embarrassment because it was me. I get embarrassed all over again. I wasn't really embarrassed that night, but then I think about it and I'm like, that just wasn't there. That could not have been a good look. And then the second night, I think I just did like a couple strands again in the front here and there because we went out 2 nights and I wore the same costume twice. But in Tuscaloosa, there were people that were in like, sororities and all that stuff, and they would go out. I mean, last year, I remember one of my friends who was in a sorority and had like a big friend group, and she was also big on like going out and going to the bars pretty often. She went out, I want to say like every day of the week during Halloween week because she had like at least 4 or 5 different costumes that I remember seeing on like her story and stuff. She had so many costumes, and I know like my best friend that still lives in Tuscaloosa now, she is doing like at least 2 or 3 different costumes this year, and I've never done that, but I kind of wish that I had. Like, that's so fun. I just love dressing up. I'm about to start just dressing up on this podcast for fun because I cannot convey to you guys how much I love dressing up. I think it's so much fun, like getting to put on this makeup and this costume and look like something different, and it be able to go out in public and people not look at you like, what are you wearing? Like, you can wear literally anything on Halloween. I think genuinely girls can walk out. I mean, this isn't even, I think this is like proven. Girls can literally walk out in like nothing on Halloween and not be judged. I'm not saying I want to be able to do that and that I like that that's normal, but I'm just like making my point. And you can literally wear anything on Halloween, and no, I don't think you're gonna get judged. You can wear the skimpiest thing ever, or you can wear the ugliest thing ever, or the funniest thing ever, or the most out of pocket thing ever. And like, I cannot think of one costume I've ever seen that everyone has been collectively like, no, don't do that again. There's like an audience for every single costume. And I like that. I do like that. I'm a little conflicted on the like scandalous part of it because I'm just not that type of person. I don't know. I'm just not that type of person. I don't like being all showy out in public and everything. It's just not me. But if everyone else wants to do it, who am I to say something about that? I don't know. Anyways, I just love Halloween. I love being able to dress up and just wear whatever you want. I think it's so much fun. I wish that we had like 2 dress up holidays every year. Can we make a new holiday? Can we make a second holiday during the year where we get to dress up when we want? Let's make it in like what month like doesn't have anything going on. The only fun thing we've got going on in the warmer months is Easter. Which Easter, I'll get back to this, but Easter and the 4th of July, they are not the same as like Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, because Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, you get stuff like this where you can decorate your house and get festive. That's the difference. I feel like Easter, Halloween, or not Halloween, Easter, 4th of July, like the months January through September, there's nothing to decorate for. I know some people decorate their house for Easter. It's just not a huge thing. Like places in public don't dress or decorate for seasons other than like fall and especially Christmas. And I think that's one of my favorite parts about it is that it is so immersive and so festive around these times. I just wish we had like something in May or June. I don't know, am I forgetting something? Are you guys gonna like throw some random holiday in the comments that I'm completely forgetting? I just wish we had something in May and June that we could like have fun, take a little break from work from. I can't think of anything in May and June. I know 4th of July, sometimes people will get. Actually, no. Do people get off on 4th of July? Wait, okay, so I know people typically get off on federal holidays. Me not knowing because I don't have a job. I do have a job. This is my job. And I get on and off whatever days I want. So I'm very grateful for that. Let's see. Do people get off work? This is making me look like I'm so out of touch. I'm so sorry, y'all. Do people get off work for federal holidays? There's one kind of holiday that everyone gets off every time. Whether people get time off for federal holidays depends on their employer. Federal and public sector employees typically do, while private sector employees, I don't even know what that means, determined by company policy, not federal law. Okay. National holidays? Google is gonna think I'm an idiot. No, not everyone gets off for national holidays. Okay. What kind of holidays do everyone get off for? What kind of holidays do everyone, or does everyone get off for? There's no set list of holidays everyone gets off work. Employers are not required by law to give paid holidays. Typically, private sector holidays are observed by most businesses. Sector holidays observed by most businesses include New Year's Day, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day. Common paid holidays in the U.S. New Year's, Memorial, Independence, which is 4th of July, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So yeah, I guess people do get off for 4th of July, typically. Other holidays frequently observed: the day after Thanksgiving, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Who's getting off for that? President's Day, Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day, Veterans Day, Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve sometimes. There's no federal law requiring. That is so sad. I remember Brittany Broski talking on her podcast about how she, when she first graduated college, worked at an insurance company. It was like a call center. And she had to request off for Christmas Eve, I think it was. My boyfriend is also working on Christmas Eve, and so it's going to be very difficult for us to see family. We're going to make it work. We have it planned, but it makes it difficult. I think that's so sad. I think that's so sad. And also that there are people that are not getting off on even Christmas Day. There are people working on Christmas Day. I think that's so sad. Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, all of it. New Year's. I'm so sorry. Like, I know that's a lot of you too. A lot of you that listen. And I just want to say that I'm sorry that it works like that. I hope that it works out good for you. I hope it works out for you on Christmas, because I do believe that everyone deserves to be off of work and relaxed and with family and enjoying their day on days like Christmas and Thanksgiving, if nothing else. But yeah, I hate that. I hate that that's how it's just like, that's just how it is. Nobody's gonna change it. Let's see if there's anything else I had to talk about. I am very excited about this little microphone though. I hope it does me good for this. It's gonna be a lot easier to use than Tascam. I do fear that the Tascam is gonna be a little retired because of this. Unfortunately, I do think that I'm not going to use the Tascam as near as much as I have been, because before this, the Tascam was the only one that I had that I could use portably. Portably? Yeah. It's the only one that could be portable. My other one is the Blue Yeti, and then my 3DO, which is the ear microphone. And obviously you can't just walk around using those because they have wires that connect to your phone or whatever you're using to record. And try not to yawn. And so I wasn't using it for the podcast for the last little while. Any videos that I did outside of like this room, I would use the Tascam for, but this is so much easier to connect, and it's going to be so much easier to edit with because I don't have to import the audio from the Tascam. The Tascam does not Bluetooth connect. It doesn't have a receiver that plugs in to whatever you're recording with. You record it with an SD card, and then you have to use that SD card with an SD card reader, plug that into whatever you're using to edit. So, for example, for me, my iPad, and then import that audio to the editing app and line it up with the video. Just very tedious, takes a lot of extra time. This is going to be so much easier. I do have to charge these, but I'm not really worried about that because I got the one that comes with the charger case. I am so excited for my trip. I said this in the episode I recorded last week that I am posting next week, but I'm going to Universal in about a month, a little less than a month now. It's about 3 weeks now, actually, till I go. Just over 3 weeks. I am so excited. I am so excited. And I primarily got these for that trip because I'm going to make a second channel. I plan to make a second YouTube channel to post a travel vlog on, and also just post other kinds of videos on that are not ASMR related. And I think I'm also going to move this podcast over to that channel, so that probably won't be happening for the next month or two. But I do think I am going to be moving this podcast over to that channel. I think it just makes sense because I tried today to be very soft-spoken and kind of whisper for part of it. I actually was trying to whisper the whole time, and then I just forget because I've gotten so used to not whispering anymore on these. And I'm trying to be soft-spoken at the very least, but I'm just usually not very good at that when I'm recording these. So I think it is going to move over there, but that's going to be a little difficult and take a little bit of time because I'm going to have to get all of the episodes that I already have uploaded on this channel moved over to the second one first, because I don't want to post new episodes on there and then go back and post the old episodes later. I want it to be in order, so I'm gonna have to do that, get the new channel set up, and then I'll move it over in a month or two and get that travel vlog up in a month or two. I am just so excited. I think, okay, so there's 3 different parks, obviously. There is Islands of Adventure, there is Universal Studios, and there is the new one, which is Epic Universe. And I think I really want for Epic Universe to not dress up, but to wear like an I Heart Vampire shirt, because I've seen people doing that and the monster world there. I can't remember exactly what it's called. What's it called? Dark Universe, I think. Dark Universe. Dark Universe. Yes, Legendary Universal Classic Monsters. Wait, the Legendary Universal Classic Monsters come to life like never before at Dark Universe, one of 5 amazing worlds at Epic Universe. Yeah, so it's like a creepy, haunted little monster realm in Epic Universe. I'm so excited. And there's little vampires and like other creatures that walk around. And like characters, obviously. And I've seen people going there with the I Heart Vampire shirt and then taking pictures of the vampires, and it is so cool because the vampires play into it so well. I just cannot wait. I just cannot wait. I'm so excited. I can't stop yawning. Now my eyes are watering. If I had those contacts, my eyes would look so much cooler. My costume would look so much better with fangs and contacts. I'm so upset. And I looked on Amazon, and now it's too late to order Scarecrow fangs. They will not get here in time. Of course. I should have ordered them as a backup. I should have known better. I guess I'm gonna just keep trying with the other ones. I just don't think they're gonna work. I tried it like a million times. Not really. I tried it like 6 times. And it was really frustrating to try it that many times because I was so over it. And I had to. Oh, it's gonna freak me out. I can't even think about it. I had to dry my teeth. I had to dry my teeth off. And dry them off. I don't know if I'm the only one that gets really, really uncomfortable. I can't. Because I had to do it at least 6 times just a minute ago, and it was terrible. I can't even think about it. It's making me cringe. It's making me get goosebumps and curl up in a ball and feel very uncomfortable. So I'm just gonna stop talking about it. I really don't want to do that again. There are some other ways I've seen people make them, but I just don't. I just wish this way would work. I should have just got the Scarecrow fangs. I didn't want to get Scarecrow fangs again initially because they kind of give you a little bit of a lisp when you have them in, because they do take up some space behind your teeth. So they make you sound a little weird. So, sorry, my boyfriend just texted me, and relevantly enough, told me he just got told he does not get a half day the day after Thanksgiving. They don't get off the day after Thanksgiving at all. We were supposed to drive to Louisiana that day to go see his mother for the weekend because he does not get the day before or after Thanksgiving off now. He thought he was going to have a half day, I think, or have it off, and so we were going to drive early in the day to Louisiana. And now I guess he's not going to get off till late that day, and we're not going to get to Louisiana till late that night. What a frustrating world we live in, where we have to beg to have time with our family. It's so sad. So sad. So frustrating. I'm so sorry that so many people have to deal with that. I hate that. Okay, was there anything else? I kind of like don't want to go because I've got this whole costume on and now I'm just gonna have to go take it off. But like I don't have any reason to sit here and ramble about nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. I am going to try to edit this very quickly and get it uploaded because it's late on Tuesday and I always try to get it uploaded on Monday or Tuesday, and it's almost not Tuesday anymore. So let's try to get this uploaded. Thank you all so much for joining me here. Let me know your thoughts on the new microphone. Let me know your thoughts on my costume. If there's anything you can think of to improve it, anything special that I could change, anything easy, DIY, anything I could get from Walmart to make some freaking fangs. Because I don't want those plastic. I'm not putting those like plastic, like cover all of your teeth fangs in my mouth. Absolutely not. Those are disgusting. And they look terrible. And they make you sound terrible. If maybe Spirit Halloween, if you guys know if Spirit Halloween sells scarecrow fangs, I guess I could drive all the way back over there. It's like 30 minutes from here, but if I have to, I'll drive back and see if they have any. I'm so disappointed. Or if there's anywhere you think I could pick up some colored contacts near me, let me know. Because if I could have one or the other, that would be really nice. I think that's going to be all today. Again, thank you so much for joining me, for listening. I hope you all have an incredible Halloween. Please be safe. Don't do anything sketchy. And have fun. Let me know what your comments are. Let me know what your costumes are in the comments, please. And that's all. Ooh, I'll see you next week. But I recorded it a week ago. And 2 weeks before it gets aired. Just remember that. When I talk about Harry Potter and Universal like I've never talked about it before.